Hello, Genius Minds. A very warm welcome to your English class with your learning buddy Rajita. And here we start with chapter number 5 today, that is problem solving. How to solve a problem. Warm up. Two different problems are given below. यहाँ पे दो pictures हैं और उसमें कुछ problems दी हुई हैं. Look at each pair of pictures and tick the one that shows a permanent solution to the problem. Whenever problem comes, we should find out a permanent solution for it. किसी भी problem के लिए permanent solution निकालना बहुत ज़रूरी है. If we just solve the problem, like okay, it'll like go like this only. एक छोटा सा कोई हमने ऐसा ही problem को सॉल्व कर दिया एंड कोई परमानेंट सोल्यूशन नहीं निकाला, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? द प्रॉब्लम विल कम अगेन. सो टू अवॉइड दैट द प्रॉब्लम्स हैव टू हैव अ परमानेंट सोल्यूशन. तो चलिए देखते हैं इन पिक्चर्स में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स दी हुई है. प्रॉब्लम 1, लीकिंग रूफ मीन्स छत लीक कर रही है. हियर द फर्स्ट सोल्यूशन इज दैट repairing that leakage. The roof which is damaged here, that is being repaired. And the second solution is that a bucket has been put. एक बाल्टी रख दी गई है नीचे जहां से पानी टपक रहा है, वो पानी बाल्टी में इकट्ठा होगा. Then again take the bucket, throw the water, again put it down there. तो कौन सा प्रॉब्लम जो solution है वो permanent है, बताइए जरा. Think over it. This first one is the permanent solution to the problem. Now the second problem is leaking pipe. Okay, there's a pipe here, it is leaking. So the first solution is that a cloth or something has been tied to it. उस जहाँ से leak कर रहा है वहाँ पे एक कपड़ा बांध दिया. The second solution is a plumber comes, a plumber has repaired that pipe, changed that pipe. So think over which is the permanent solution. The permanent solution to the problem is this second one. Okay? Now here's the poem. Let's read it. I think I've got the answer, miss. The answer's 41. Here's a classroom. The students are there और एक teacher है. And amongst these children, one of the child gets up और बोलता है कि मुझे आंसर मिल गया. I think the answer is 41. The answer is nothing like it, Jack. Just show me what have you done, what you have done. Now the teacher says no, the answer is nothing like that. It's not 41. Where have you done it? Just show me. I have nothing to show you, miss. I did it in my head. Now the child says कि मिस मेरे पास दिखाने के लिए कुछ नहीं है क्योंकि मैंने अपने हेड में किया है वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. In that case, Jack, next time please use the abacus instead. Now abacus means maths class is going on and abacus क्या होता है? Wired, it's a frame, a wired frame having the beads in it through which you can take out the solutions to the mathematics problems. And the teacher says कि next time जब भी आप solve करो कोई भी problem तो abacus use करना. I think I have found the trouble, miss. Again that child stands up and says कि मुझे problem का solution मिल गया है. The answer is 53. I'm sorry, Jack. It's nothing like. Again the teacher says, no, Jack. I'm sorry, the answer isn't 53. This is also wrong. Come here and copy me. Now the teacher says, come here and copy me. The next day, Jack was talking with his dad and with his mom. So, Jack, they said, did you find out the answer to the sum? अब नेक्स्ट डे क्या होता है? जैक अपने पेरेंट्स से बात कर रहा है तो उसके पेरेंट्स से उससे पूछा कि जैक क्या तुम्हें उस सम का प्रॉब्लम मिल गया, आंसर मिल गया? I did, said Jack, although I couldn't do it in my head. Now Jack says कि हाँ मुझे मिल गया है लेकिन मैं अपने head में नहीं कर पाया उसको. I found a way to get Miss Clark to work it out instead. Now what Jack says, मेरे पास एक solution मुझे मिल गया है कि Miss Clark ही इस question का answer देगी. To work it out instead, Miss Clark will work for this sum and she'll find out the answer. So this was the solution he found for himself. And this poem has been written by George Ansel. Now, word meaning: abacus, a frame containing wires with small balls used for counting. It's used for counting. Okay, that's the abacus. Now we come to the comprehension, children. Darken the correct option in OMR sheet. There's OMR sheet, you have to fill it. Let's do this. Did Jack know the correct answer? Did he know the correct answer? No, yes, a little bit, none of these. No, he didn't know the correct answer. What subject was Jack doing? English, history, maths, geography. He was doing maths. What was the first answer of Jack? 41, 31, 51, 54. The first answer which Jack gave was 41. To whom Jack was talking next day? Teacher, friends, parents, sister. He was talking to his parents. Now let's move further. Fill in the blanks. Some words are given in the box here. First read the words found, head, abacus, dad. Jack did the sum in his head. उसने कहाँ पे sum किया था? Solution कहाँ था? उसके head. I think I have dashed the trouble. I have found the trouble. F-O-U-N-T. The next day, Jack was talking with his dash and mom. He was talking to his dad and mom. Next time, please use the dash instead. Next time, the teacher said that next time, please use the abacus instead to do any sum. Say if the given statements are true, T, or false, F. The name of the teacher was Miss Clark. Yes, it's true, T. Jack solved the sum in the notebook. No, false, F. Miss Clark helped Jack to solve the sum. No, false. Jack used abacus to solve the sum. No, he didn't use it. False. Answer the following questions. How many attempts did Jack make to solve the problem? Jack made 2 attempts to solve the problem. Why had Jack nothing to show to the teacher? Jack didn't have anything to show to the teacher because he had solved the problem. He had solved the sum in his head. How did the teacher ask Jack to solve the problem? The teacher asked Jack to next time to solve the problem with the help of the abacus. What was the easy way that Jack found to solve the problem? The most easy or the easiest way Jack found to solve the problem was to go to Miss Clark and take help from her so that she only tells the solution to the problem. Now let's move further. We come to the vocabulary section, children. Prefixes. What are prefixes? A prefix is placed at the beginning of a word to modify or change the meaning of the word. किसी भी word से पहले जो word लगाते हैं prefix कहलाता है वो, और उससे क्या होता है, जो word का meaning है वो change हो जाता है. It modifies and changes the meaning of the word. Mostly we use prefixes in order to convey the opposite meanings of the words concerned. Prefixes ज़्यादातर यूज किए जाते हैं किसी भी word का opposite meaning लिखने के लिए. Example: efficient, inefficient. See, in is the prefix. We use prefixes that indicate expressions in favor or against. Examples: pro-African, antibiotic, We use prefixes that show number or quantity. Examples: bicycle, tricycle. Bi means 2, tri means 3. Some important prefixes are given below. Let's read it. Prefixes that convey the opposite meanings of the original words. Now, prefixes are dis, the meaning take away. Examples: distrust, dissatisfied, disclose. Now, next is un. Un means no, not, without. So, unknown, unnecessary, unpleasant. Un prefix से ये words बने. Im, not, without. Impossible, improper, immature. In, it's again not, without. Indisciplined, invalid, intolerant. Ill, not, without. Illiterate, illegal, illogical. Then non. Non is also not or without. Non-cooperative, nonsense, non-entity. Ir. Ir means also, ir meaning not or without. Irresponsible, irrelevant, irregular. Mis means bad. Mismanagement, misconduct, mistrust. Prefixes that show support or opposition. Pro. Pro means in support. Pro-government, pro-management. Anti. Anti means against. Anti-caste, anti-management. Counter. Counter is again against. Counter-attack. Now the prefixes that show number or quantity. Uni. Uni means one. Unilateral, uniform, universe. Bi. Bi means two. Bicycle, bilateral, bi-weekly. Semi. Semi is half. Semicircle, semi-final. Micro. Micro means small. Microwave, microscopic. Then macro. Macro means large. Macro demand. Then hyper, more than required. Hypertension, hypersensitive. More examples of prefixes. Intra. Intra means within. Inter-school competitions, within the school. Now, intra-school. Intra-school, within the school. It's not inter, this is intra. Intra-school competition. Here, it's intra-school competition. Fine, children? Intra means within the school. Inter means between. Inter-school competitions. Inter-school means within 2 or more schools. Mid, in the middle of. India got independence at the midnight of 14th August 1947. Sub. Sub means under. Subway, submarine, subsection. Now add suitable prefixes to the following and form new words. There are some words given. We have to add the prefix and form a new word. Climax. Climax. Anticlimax. Okay? Anticlimax. Anticlimax. Dash. Advantage. Disadvantage. So, disadvantage. Okay? Next is fertile. Infertile. In. Add in, it becomes infertile. Mature. I-M. Immature. Immature. So, air. A-I-R, air. F-L, flare. F-L-A-I-R, flare. Ordinate. Sub. Subordinate. Subordinate. Fine, children. Now, rest for you have to do yourself. Okay? Now, we move further to grammar section. We'll read about pronouns. A word that is used in place of a noun is called a pronoun. Noun के place पे जो word use करते हैं उसे कहते हैं pronoun. Anushka said she had lost her earring in the garden. अनुष्का के बारे में ही अनुष्का ही बोल रही है अपने बारे में. Anushka said she मतलब अनुष्का. Vedant said that he would help her look for it. अब वेदांत said that he means बार बार हमने नाम न लिख के हमने वेदांत की जगह ही लिख दिया है, और her means अनुष्का की जगह हर लिखा, और it means earring. He said that it was so small that they should both look for it. Instead of repeating nouns, we replace them by pronouns such as him, her, he, they, it. Now, kinds of pronouns. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are pronouns that take the place of persons or things. They can be used as subjects or objects of verb. वो होते हैं personal pronouns. Example, she is subject, showed us object, some pictures of Japan. I, me, you, he, his, she, her, it, we, us, you, they, them are called personal pronouns. Now, next is possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns are pronouns used instead of nouns to show the possession or relationship. Possession means a thing which is yours, you're in your possession, or in anybody's possession. So, or the relationship. The book is mine. ये book मेरी है, in my possession. Okay, so it's showing the possession. We thought the bat was ours, हमारा. Mine, ours, yours, his, hers, theirs are called possessive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are those pronouns in which the actions done by the subject reflect upon it. Reflexive pronouns, reflex का मतलब ही क्या होता है कि जो pronouns, वो pronouns जिनमें कि in which the actions done by the subject जो action कर रहा है वो reflect करता है. They are formed by adding self or selves to the personal pronoun. The thirsty crow quenched his thirst itself. It के आगे हमने self लगा दिया तो ये reflexive pronoun बन गया. He bought a yo-yo for himself. Myself, ourselves, himself, herself, itself, themselves, yourself are called reflexive pronouns. Now, emphatic pronouns. Emphatic pronouns are pronouns that are used to show emphasize. Okay? Emphasize करना किसी चीज के ऊपर, जोर डालना. They themselves pushed the cart up the steep hill. They themselves, अपने आप, उन्होंने अपने आप. He himself cleaned and polished his shoes. Next is the demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns are pronouns used to demonstrate or point out people or thing they stand for. These are the places you must visit in New Zealand. Those are the books I borrowed from the library. Point out करें, those are the books, वही books. This, that, these, those are called demonstrative pronouns. Next is indefinite pronouns. A pronoun which refers to a person or thing only in a general way without particularizing it is called an indefinite pronoun. वो pronoun जो कि किसी person or thing को एक general way में refer करता है. Examples: one must take care of one's own luggage. All are enjoying the show. One, none, all, some, others, somebody, someone, something, anyone, anybody, everybody, everyone, everything, nobody, nothing, few, many more, many, none, most, lots, a lot of are called indefinite pronouns. So children, let's start with the relative pronouns now. A pronoun which refers to a preceding noun is called a relative pronoun. Means किसी भी noun से के आगे जो preceding pronoun जो word लगाया जाता है, that is the relative pronoun. The book which you gave me is excellent. Book is noun and which is the relative pronoun. She is the girl who stood first in my class. Girl is noun and preceding word is who, which is the relative pronoun. That, who, which, whom, whose, what, whatever are called relative pronouns. Now we come to the interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are pronouns that are used for asking questions. जब हम question पूछते हैं उसे कहते हैं interrogative pronouns. What would you like for dinner? There's a question mark here. It's a question. And what is the interrogative pronoun? Who is the author? Who is again the interrogative pronoun here? Who, whom, whose, what, which are called interrogative pronouns. Replace the nouns with the suitable pronouns in the paragraph given below. यहाँ हमें noun जो भी noun है उसको हमें pronoun में change करना है. Alexander became the king of Macedonia at the age of 20. Now, Alexander यहाँ noun है. Alexander की जगह हम क्या लिखेंगे? He conquered many parts of Asia. Once at a feast, some Persians called, again Alexander की जगह, him a god. Again Alexander in place of Alexander noun. He was very pleased and said, yes. Again Alexander is there. We have to use a pronoun here. I am a god. In place of Alexander, I. My father was the great god Jupiter, the king of heaven. A brave Greek named Kletos grew angry at this and said, again in place of Kletos, I am a free Greek. I am a free Greek. Kletos again. We have to write a pronoun here. I will speak the truth. Did, again Kletos, did I not save his life in a great battle? So, Alexander, again in place of Alexander, so he is a king. He is a king. But, again in place of Alexander, he is a man, not a god. So, in this way, we have used the pronouns in place of all the nouns. Now, let's move further. Fill in the blanks with suitable pronouns. Again, we have to fill with suitable pronouns here. Carefully read it, children, and do the exercise with me. A few people did not find time to read books. They would rather watch movies. अब people की जगह हम use करेंगे they. They would rather watch a movie or do internet surfing. They are not aware. They are not aware of what they are missing. Okay? Good books give them essential information which is important in our Good books give us essential information which is important in our day-to-day lives. A person can entertain himself by just picking up an interesting book. Dash is the best source of pleasure, entertainment, and gaining knowledge. Now, children, the next one. Below is a beautiful passage on importance of music. Read it and write the nouns for which the underlined pronouns have been used. अब यहाँ एक पैसेज दिया गया है जिसमें कि इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ म्यूजिक के बारे में लिखा गया है. उसमें हमें क्या करना है? We have to read it thoroughly and write the nouns for which underlined pronouns have been used. उसकी जगह pronouns की जगह हमें nouns लिखने हैं. Music is an art of making pleasing combination of sounds in rhythm and harmony. It. So it की जगह क्या है? Music. Music has been practiced by mankind from time immemorial. Without music, any ceremony will lose much of. अब ये it's किसकी जगह यूज हुआ है? इसकी जगह noun क्या यूज होगा? much of the ceremony's splendor. Ceremony's splendor. We dash know that music is for all occasions. We pronounce किसके लिए use हुआ है? We. Everyone knows that music is for all occasions. Okay? People know. Okay, people know. When a person passes away, he is laid to rest with melancholy music. When a person passes away, again, the person is laid to rest. When a dash is born, child is born, the family celebrates its birth with music. It's the child's. Okay? It's किसके लिए है? The child's. So now children, just go through these few lines and write down the nouns here. Okay? Next is, there is an error in every line of the following passage. Underline the error and write the correct word in the blank at the end of each line. कुछ ना कुछ error है in every line. We have to find out that error and write down the correct one. Queen Elizabeth was born in London on 21st April 1926, as he was the first child of the Duke and Duchess of York. What's the error here? We are talking about the Queen. How can we write he? So, he is the error here. So, we have to underline the error and we have to write the correct word, she. Okay? 5 weeks later, they were christened in the chapel of Buckingham Palace. 5 weeks later? No. 5 weeks ago. Later is the error, 5 weeks ago. She had his early education at home. We are talking about she. How can we write his? His is the wrong word here, her. She had her. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, married Queen Elizabeth in 1947. She had known the princess for many years as its boyhood was spent in Britain. Again, we are talking about Prince Philip. So how can we write she? We have to write he here. Marriage took place in Westminster's Abbey. Marriage? No. This is wrong. Our marriage. O-U-R. She are happily married. No. This is an error. She is an error. We'll write they instead of she. They are happily married. Now, speaking skills. Read the following conversation. Enact it with your partner in the class. अब एक conversation दिया हुआ है, इसे आपको enact करना है अपने friends के साथ. One is Saroja, one character is Saroja. Well, John, how was your Christmas celebration? अब सरोजा बोलती है John को. So एक तो सरोजा हो गई, एक John. अब ये John और सरोजा के बीच का conversation है. Great, I thoroughly enjoyed it with my family and friends. Again, Saroja says, you must have got many gifts, I guess. Then John, जो John बना है वो क्या बोलेगा? Yes, and I felt happy giving gifts to the children of an orphanage near my house. So in this way, the conversation continues. Now the writing skills. Imagine you are the head boy or head girl of your school. Write a short paragraph in about 100 words explaining how the children of all the classes should contribute and bring happiness in the lives of underprivileged children by giving gifts on special occasions, helping them, talking to them, etc. ये underprivileged children कौन होते हैं? Those who don't have all the facilities, they don't have the facility to go to the school to read, or on special occasions, they don't have that much of money to buy some things or some very costly things. So what we can do for them, we can help them out, we can contribute, we can give things to them so that they are also happy. So we need to talk about this. Values. Children should be encouraged to help underprivileged children by fulfilling their needs. You have listened to the story of Ekalavya and Dronacharya. Ekalavya gave his thumb to Dronacharya in Dakshina. Dronacharya गुरु थे, उनको धनुर्धर, वो धनुर्धर कहा जाता था एकलव्य को, and he was very good in archery. और अपने जब उनको मना कर दिया था गुरु द्रोणाचार्य ने शिक्षा देने से, तो उन्होंने गुरु द्रोणाचार्य की एक मूर्ति बना के उसके सामने ही वो धनुर्विद्या उनसे लेते थे, गुरु का एक गुरु की मूर्ति बनाकर। और फिर जब द्रोणाचार्य ने देखा, गुरु द्रोणाचार्य ने देखा कि एकलव्य इतनी अच्छी धनुर्विद्या सीख गए हैं, तो उन्होंने उनसे गुरु दक्षिणा में उसका अंगूठा मांग लिया था। So on the basis of that story, draw a character sketch of Ekalavya. Okay, that you have to write down. And here we end up with the chapter, children. I hope you had a good time with me, and I too had a good time telling you all the things about the chapter and about the poem and about the things about the grammar. So stay tuned for the next video, for the new video. I'll be back soon with a new chapter for you. Till then, stay happy, stay blessed. Bye.